Hello, Sudoku friends, and welcome to the New York Times Hard Sudoku puzzle. Today is March 6, 2024. It looks a little different from usual because I'm trying to mix it up a little bit and use the SudokuExchange.com website to show you how I solve this puzzle. The reason I do this is that I suspect that if you don't subscribe to the New York Times games, then if you don't solve the puzzle today, you will not be able to solve it tomorrow or after unless you have a subscription. And if you want to play this game yourselves and you don't watch this video today, but you watch it a year, 2 or 5 years from now, then you won't be able to solve it. So I'm supplying the link to this puzzle in the description for this video, and you can then have a go at it yourselves if you want to. This is also, I should warn you, my second recording of this video. I'm suffering from heat. So for the first recording, I had my fan, my floor stand fan turned on, and it somehow creates a lot of noise while I'm recording using my Bluetooth headphones. And that was unbearable to listen to. So now I've switched off the fan and I'm doing a second recording for you. Let's see if I can remember some of what I did in the first recording. I do remember a lot of eights because we have an 8 blocking over here and up here. So this is an 8. And that's about all I remember. Oh well, I'll have to use my brains once more today. 1 blocks here, 1 blocks here, 1 blocks here. One of these must be a 1. And we are going to have a 2 here or here. 7 here, block across, 7 blocks down. Clearly this must be a 7. 3 blocks. So we have a 3 here, and here a 5, 6, and a 4. 5 and 6 block over, 5 and 6 here, 4 here. So one of these being a 6 blocking down, this is 6 blocks down. One of these is going to be a 6. 1 blocking over and down. 1 goes here or here. 8 must go here or here because of these 8s blocking everything else. A 9 blocks this way and this way. One of these is a 9 blocking this way, and this 9 blocks down. So here's a 9. This 9 blocks down, this 9 blocks over. Here is a 9 in one of these two squares. Blocking across, 9 blocks across. One of these must be a 9. It's very quiet now and hot. So 1 and 7, 1 and 7, definitely 1 and 7 in two of these squares here. We also have the 5 and 9 to deal with. So apart from the 1 and 7, we need 3 more numbers, and they must be 2, 8, and a 9. So 2, 8, 9. I'm not quite ready for that, I think. But we do have 4 and 9 blocking here. So we need to find a 4 and a 9 for these 3 squares, or for 2 of them anyway. But we can find an 8 for this square. These 2 8s block up, and this 8 blocks here. And now if we have a look at these squares here, we need to find a 4, 8, 6, and a 5. There's a 6, 5, and an 8 blocking here, so this must be a 4. Which blocks down, this 4 blocks down, this 4 blocks across, here's a 4. Now we have a 9 here. Remember how we said that the 9 blocks down, the 9 blocks over, 9 goes here or here. Now we're taking away this square. So the 9 must go here. And we have a 4 and 9 here and 4 and a 9 here, giving us a 4 and a 9 here, and therefore a 2 and a 6 here. The 2 blocks down, so this must be a 6 and this must be a 2, which blocks this square. These 2's block these 5 squares, so here's a 2. The 4, 9 here and the 4, 9 here, and a 7 and a 7 must give us reason to take a closer look at these two squares, because it can't be a 1 or a 2. They can be a 3, but they cannot be a 4. They can be a 5. They cannot be a 6, 7, 8, or 9. So these two squares must be a 5 and a 3. And that gives me a 1, 2 here. The 1 is a given, of course, because these ones blocking, right? The 2 is given too, because this 2 blocks down. One of these is a 2 blocking across, right? So one of these is a 2. So now we have 4, 9, 5, 3, 1, 2. Guess what's going here? A 6. Now that we found this 9, we can see it blocks up. This 9 blocks up. This 9 blocks across. So here's a 9. Here we'll be looking for a 2 and a 5. But we can do some more with the knowledge that this is a 4, 9 pair and this is a 3, 5 pair. Because if we ignore the 5 and the 3 and just look at these squares here, they must be a 4, 9, and a 7. There's a 4 and a 9 blocking here, so this must be a 7. And now we have 4, 9 here, 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 and not here. But we really don't need a unique rectangle pattern to solve this puzzle. Here, a 3 and a 9. And here comes a discovery I made in the first recording that I do remember. It took me a few minutes to find it, but I will save you and myself the time for this recording. I want you to look at row 2. We only have 3 givens. But what caught my attention was the fact that we have a 5, 7, 8 blocking here and here. We have a 5, 7, 8 blocking here. So I thought to myself, something is going on, something funky is going on with the second row, because we have the 5, 7, 8 blocking everywhere. And then I got to think, what can this square be? It cannot be a 5, 7, 8. And what's left? It cannot be a 1 either. It could be a 2, 4, and a 6. And that's it. It could be a 2, 4, and a 6. Now let's have a look at this square. It can not be a 1. It could be a 2 and a 4, but not a 6. Not a 7, 8, 9. So now we have a 2, 4, 6 here, and we have a 2, 4 here. Now let's look at this square, still blocked by 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, and the 1. Let's look at this square. It can not be a 1. It could be a 2, not a 3. It could be a 4, not a 5. It could be a 6, but not a 7, 8, 9. So these squares here, that's a triple. It's a triple of 2, 4, and 6. That means that 2, 4, and 6 can appear nowhere else in this row. And that brings us to this square, because if this can't be a 2 anymore, it follows that it must be a 5, and this must be a 2. These squares now must be a 5 and an 8, and we can solve that because, as we recall, a 5 had to go in one of these two squares, meaning that this is a 5 and this is an 8, which blocks up here, giving me an 8 here. We need one more 8 to complete the 8s for today. This 8 blocks down, this 8 blocks across. Here is an 8, 5 and 6. 1, 7, and 2. That must, apparently that must wait a little. We'll just play somewhere else. For example, the 6 blocks over here, giving me a 3 and a 6 here. Remember how these were a 3, 5? 3 now forces 5 to go here and a 3 here. Our good old friends, the 1, 2 go here, 4, 9 here, 4, 9 here. 5 and 5 block like this, 5 and 5 block like this. The corner goes to the 5. In row 4, we need to find a 3 and a 9. We found this 3, so the 9 must go here and the 3 here. This 3 blocks up, this blocks over, 3 goes here, 2 3s block across, 1 3 blocks up, 3 here. 3 blocks down and up and across, 3 here. Now we took away a possible square for a 9. The 9 blocks over, and therefore we have a 9 here. We have a 4 blocking here, so one of these must be a 4. Also blocking over, we have this 4 blocking up, so a 4 goes here. Here, a 2 and a 7. The 2 blocks up, the 7 goes here, and the 2 here. These now must be 1 and 7. 7 blocks over, 1 here, 7 here. 1 blocks over, 1 blocks up, a 1 here. Now we have a 1 here. And in one of these two positions as well as in one of these two positions. 2 and 6 here, 2 blocks up, so clearly the 6 must go here and the 2 here. Now we have a 2 here as well, and here's another 2, and therefore this is a 1, giving me a 1 here. 4 and 6, 6 blocks up, 4 must go here, 6 must go here. 4 blocks down, here is a 9 and here is a 4, and therefore we have a 9 here. And as I said, this cannot be a 9, it cannot be a 4, and it turns out to be true. It is a 7, which blocks across, 7 blocks up, 7 goes here, here, a 6 and a 4, 4 blocks down, giving me a 6 like so and a 4 like so. These were 5 and 6. The 6 now blocks over. Here's a 5, here's a 6, 5 blocks over, here's a 5, and the final number here is a 4. And that's it, Sudoku friends. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.